What's up, River Fishing fam? It's me, James, Harley. This is Zach. Whatever you guys want to call me. James is my first name, Harley's my middle name. I'll answer to both. But coming at you today because I want to talk to you guys about a few good baits. Wanted to kind of step outside the box. We haven't been doing a lot of fishing because of the weather. Like last night I was at work. I work third shift. So Monday I start first. But work third shift, go in, start snowing like crazy, get 3 to 4 inches of snow, and then all of a sudden it switches to freezing rain, and then all of a sudden it just switches to rain, and now everything's slushy and it's warming back up. It's supposed to be like 40, so weather's kind of crazy, not making up its mind. So I wanted to take this time to show you guys some baits, what I got here, what we plan on doing for 2020. Zach, you got anything?
Like he was saying, I had a basketball game last night. We won, and on our way back home, like there wasn't any snow when we went into the gym. Once we came out, there was like 3-4 inches, and it was just coming down. We're on our way back on the bus, and I don't even know how the bus driver was seeing anything. Her windshield wipers were just frozen, bunch of snow on them. Couldn't even see anything, so we had to pull over and just wait.
He's got to wait it out sometimes, and that's kind of what we're doing here today. This video, waiting out the weather. Wanted to tell you guys, my Monster Bass box is coming. It's on the way. You're gonna get an unboxing coming up here soon. I believe it's supposed to be here Thursday of next week. So, if you guys aren't subscribed to Monster Bass, you're seriously missing out. You're missing out on, yeah, Monster Bass, baby.
He gets himself boxes all the time, and never gets me one. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I try. Can't win them all.
What are you doing? Look at this shirt.
Yeah, premium, primo. Mwah.
Feels amazing.
I'm kind of jealous. I don't have one. So you're missing out on baits like the X Zone Net Zone lure in an exclusive Monster Bass only color. Missing out on the Strike King box I'm not editing that out either. I'm going to leave that in there for you so you guys can laugh at me. You're missing out on the Strike King takeover this month. Next month, if you're not subscribed, you're missing out on Jason Christie, Pro Fisherman, selecting the baits that are going in the box. It's going to be 5 hard baits and 2 soft plastics. Chosen out by a pro fisherman. I don't know any other box company that's done that. Because I'm telling you, they haven't. Another bait you're missing out on, stuff like this guy here, we'll get into that later. Monster Bass tournament style baits, you're missing out on stuff like that, but you gotta buy that separately. Missing out on quality baits like the River to Sea Ruckus. Thing makes a lot of ruckus. And the hooks are sharp, it just stabbed me in my finger 3 times as I'm trying. Look at that. Look at that. Quality. Not even trying to hook a fish, I'm hooking myself. But let's get into it. So, first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was obviously the Strike King takeover coming this month. We've got a Thunder Cricket going in every single box. So far, everyone's that I've seen has been an Okeechobee Craw color. Okeechobee Craw. So, I went to a local tackle shop over at Walmart. They got a new color. This one's kind of not the best one to demonstrate with. Here we go. Hope you guys can see that coloration right there. Nice black, blue, green flakes. It's going to be great paired up with it. Going to be a nice action. And then on the topic of swim baits, I plan on throwing swim baits a lot more this year. A lot more. What about you, Zach? You going to throw some swim baits? Gonna get you? No, I'm not going to get you to throw.
I throw the wacky worm, but I'm going to try and throw a spinnerbait. I'm kind of liking the spinnerbait since I caught a fish on it.
I'm not very good with spinnerbaits. The only fish I've ever caught on a spinnerbait was a pike, and that was only once. I haven't been able to catch a pike since, or let alone a fish on the spinnerbait since. So I'll be throwing stuff, getting out of my comfort zone, like this big old beautiful swim bait here, made by Live Target. Nice pulsating action in a rainbow trout color. I don't know if I need to do this or not, if it's going to autofocus. We're going to find out. But I like how the hook is in the top. It's going to prevent most snags. I'm not going to say it's snagless. It's going to prevent most snags. And if you look at this tail, it's like a boot style tail. But it's really, really wide, and that's going to give it an aggressive action. And I'm looking forward to that. So, talking about springtime fishing. Spawn, pre-spawn. I know a lot of guys are going to be instantly targeting the shallows, but I got a little different strategy. I'm going to be targeting the middle part of the water column and then working my way shallow, because I feel that these fish are still in that transition. You know, the weather gets crazy in the springtime. It gets warm, it gets cold. On the warmer days, absolutely, I'm going to hit the shallows. On those days that it seems to be a little bit colder, I'm going to start targeting back out further into the water column, working in 45-degree angles from the bank. And doing so, I'm going to be throwing a lot of red colors. Something like this. Norman Lures red craw pattern. This one is the middle N, dies 7 to 9 feet. And you're going to want to be throwing, if you're not throwing red in the springtime, you're definitely missing out. Because those crawfish, they burrow themselves deep. And then when they come out of the ground during the spring, they're going to be looking red like clay. It's color they're going to be, it's target color the fish you're going to be looking for. Something to throw, something red. And I was just telling Oklahoma's Worst Angler that I've had an obsession with red ever since fall time, because I caught my first smallmouth bass on a lure that's over there on a pole that we're not going to worry about trying to get that out. But definitely be throwing red. And I don't know, what do you got, Zach? Any advice on springtime?
I don't care what time of year it is. I'm always throwing this color, watermelon pearl. You know, that's the best way to go.
You gotta have those young dingers. They have been a proven fish destroyer. Now, Zach likes his watermelon colors. I do too. Now we got 5-inch, we got 4-inch. These are both watermelon pearl laminates. If you guys have not tried that color, I definitely recommend it. Watermelon pearl laminate. Nice color there. I hope you guys are able to see that. I'm going to say that every time. Now here, I like watermelon red flake too. Another really good color. And then we have green pumpkin. Chartreuse. It's got that chartreuse tip. Just something subtle could make all the difference. Just subtle changes like that could really make all the difference. I put 2 watermelon red flakes up here. Look at me go. Now another thing when it comes to your soft plastics, I don't know if you guys like to put your soft plastics into boxes like these. However you do it, I do have a little bit of advice for you. If you are throwing the Z-Man Elastec, and there's my other Ned rig. Been looking for my Ned rig heads. Turns out I've had them rigged up all this time. I've just been hiding them from myself. But if you guys are throwing the Z-Man Elastecs, keep these in the original packages or keep them to themselves. Do not mix these with other plastics. If you take these out of the package and mix them with other plastics, you're gonna find that they're gonna glue themselves to the other plastics. They're basically gonna melt. I don't know if it's some kind of chemical reaction or what it is, but they do not mix well with other plastics. And if I can get these out, if you guys are throwing Kitech swim baits. Turns out they don't like rubber bands. I tried to use a rubber band to keep my Alabama rig all together, and I was trying to save time and really ended up biting myself in the butt by doing it, but I kept them all on the rig, and the rubber band ended up melting into the plastic, so now I got to replace it because it's all sticky, slimy, and blue and red from the rubber bands. So let's get these out of the way. Now that we've done talking about the young dingers and how effective these can be wacky rigged, you can also rig those Texas style weightless Carolina rig, peg it, unpegged weight, however you guys want to do it. Our favorite way to do it up here is wacky rigged. I don't know, it's just presents a different action, a lot of vibration in the water when that worm is just doing this. And speaking of wacky rig, while I am on the subject, yes, the Riot Baits baton is specifically for the wacky rig enthusiast.
As you can tell, it's fat in the middle and on the both sides, and it's like skinny here, so you'll have way more action. It's not good for right now because the fish want it slow, but in the summer and the springtime, you've got a lot more action. It'll work. And it's in our favorite color.
This one isn't the watermelon pearl laminate. Same colors, but it's a different name. This is the Baby Bass. Another classic. Rick wants to get these guys in the Monster Bass box. I'm hoping I can work with Rick and with Riot Baits, because partnered with Riot Baits to bring you this quality content. And I don't want you guys to think I'm just partnering with brand companies. I am partnering with companies that I feel that I have trust in, that I have confidence in, and that I believe you guys will too as soon as you guys get out there and throw them and start getting to use them some more. They're quality products, good people, good lures. And I'm not going to push something that I don't believe in myself. I'm not going to go and I've never used these X-Zone lures before I got them in a Monster Bass box. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I've fished them and caught 100,000 fish on them, because I haven't. But one bait that I have is the Riot Baits Beaver. This is the Fuzzy Beaver. This is the Slayer color. It's like almost like a PB&J style color. It's got a nice green flake to it, purple tint. Really, really, really nice. I Ned rig these. If you want to, you can Texas style them. You can't wacky rig them like you do the worms, but pretty much anything you can do a worm, you can do with these baits. Now, another good bait by Riot, while we're on the subject of Ned rigs, is the Tantrum. We've got this paired up with a Z-Man Ned rig head. Hold it upside down for you. This is the Tantrum. It's 2.4 inches. You guys can see that, but you can tell that it's going to have a nice action on the fall. Someone's driving like crazy down my road for no reason. There's kids that live in here. It's a neighborhood! Another good bait that I've recently discovered, as I was saying, is the X-Zone Ned Zone lures. Got anything you want to put on Ned rigs? This is the monster color. Actually, Ben Nowak from Monster Bass sat down with X-Zone and designed that color to go in the box. You guys seen it yet? Did you know that if you're signed up with Monster Bass, you're going to be getting color exclusives and bait exclusives every single month? Well, I can't say every single month. Let me take that back. But there's a lot of exclusives coming out that is going to be only to Monster Bass customers. There is that monster color. It's got a nice orange and black flake with gold in it also. Like a copper color on the top, white on the bottom. Excellent. It's got that wide tip at the end. It's going to give a nice little subtle action as it falls through the water. I've actually had multiple strikes on this bait since I got it, but I was using too small of a Ned rig, and then by the time that I realized what my problem was, the fish weren't going after that anymore, so I had to switch my profile. Anything you want to say, Zach?
Normally I just put like a bug on my Ned rigs because I like the way that it splits off, like has a tail. Just makes the action a lot more, and I get a lot more bites on stuff that has a tail.
And these are really nice too, the peanut butter jelly color that you were just showing here. These are the Yum Ned Craws. These are what, 2-inch? I don't know, I think they're 2-inch. Looks about like 4 to me. No.
It's about 2 feet long. What do you say?
Yep. And then we got the watermelon red flake again. Can't go wrong with it.
While we were on PB&J, the reason we have a lot of stuff that's like in a PB&J color is because this guy that invited us to do the tournaments with him, he said that most of the lakes that they fish, PB&J colors work a lot, like real well in those lakes, so we had to find some PB&J colors.
There goes my phone. It can wait. Now, while we're on the subject of PB&J and tournaments, at first, before I started doing my research, the only PB&J colors I could find were in the Z-Mans. So far, I haven't really fished them that much, but so far, I am not particularly a fan. I mean, the stretch on these things is incredible. That's the Elastec technology is amazing. Like, that's incredible. They're durable. I will give them that. But I think I just haven't fished them enough to gain confidence in them. I'm not saying they're a bad bait. Just so far, I'm not comfortable with them. Now, we got those out of the way. These out of the way. Oh, stuck myself. I'm hooked. I'm hooked on fishing. Now, I don't know how many of you guys like swim baits. Heard me talking about this one. This is a live target. This one I got out of the Monster Bass box. This one is Savage Gear. And I really got to fish it. I'm kind of nervous. You know, you grab $15 baits and throw them out and lose them. You're kind of scared, but it's a risk I'm willing to take this year. Wasn't ready for it last year. So another swim bait that I decided to get.
Hold up. A really nice thing about this bait is it looks like an actual fish, and it's going to move like an actual fish. As you can tell, it has a break right here and a break right here, so it'll have the action of a real fish.
I didn't mean to get ahead of you guys. Get ahead of myself, get ahead of you, get ahead of us. But another bait that I bought that I want to throw, but I'm kind of scared to throw because, again, I don't want to lose it. It's the River to Sea S-Waver. This was $25, I believe. This is the 168. I believe it's been a month and a half since I ordered it, and I haven't got to fish it yet, so I believe. But I know it's the light trout color. I know it is the light trout. It's going to be a nice glide bait. It's going to do a nice wide sweeping action. So I'm really excited for that. If you guys watch Tactical Bassin' at all, they talk about the River to Sea S-Waver a lot, and, well, that's what got me to go get it. That's what made me want it. Plus, I want to get into more swim baits. But if you guys haven't thrown River to Sea, the River to Sea Ruckus came in the Monster Bass box, super sharp hooks. River to Sea. Famous River to Sea Whopper Plopper. Famous because of this tail. right here. This propeller tail. It's a topwater bait. When it moves, this tail spins through the water and makes an aggressive plop, 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 plop sound. You're gonna know you're fishing it right when I don't really know how to describe it. I kind of felt the same way when I heard people talk about it. There's a tone, an aggressive plop, 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 plop. You're gonna be able to hear it, and that's how you know you found the right retrieve. But if that isn't working for you, you can also sit there and work it like a popper. Make it stop, stop, stop. Hasn't worked for me, doesn't mean it won't work for you. It's just the waters that I'm fishing may be a little different. The fish aren't wanting that presentation. But Zach and I actually went down, what lake was that? We went to.
It was like this lake at a campground. I don't remember what it was called, but you can rent boats there and go out onto the water. So we rented a boat. That day we didn't catch anything but a bass like this big, so. But it was still fun. Always fun having each other. And we got the boat, we tipped it over, and then there was just this small whopper popper laying right in there.
Yeah, I could not believe it. Right after I bought this one, I was really hard pressed to spend the money on this lure. It was one of the first times that I've ever spent over $10 on a lure myself. And I was like, you know what? I've heard so many good things about it. I'm just going to go and do it. I'm going to buy it. I'm doing it. I'm getting it. Went to the store, got it, caught, the first day I got it, I got 3 fish on it.
Yep.
And then we went to that lake. And then there this one was, just sitting right there in the boat. Couldn't believe it, no one around. I was like, man, must be my lucky day.
Harley didn't even see it at first. We tipped the boat over, he started grabbing the stuff, and I was just standing there for some reason just waiting. And then I looked down and all I seen was the bait. I was like, Harley, there's a whopper plopper right here. He was like, what? And then I showed it to him and he got all excited.
True story. True story. And this one, I don't know what hooks they use. They are sharp. I'm setting it down. Tired of stabbing myself. True story though. Zach was. I was like, he's like, there's a whopper plopper right here. I was like, what? No way. It's like someone just left a $13 lure. This is I forgot to mention, this is the 130 series. And I believe this one is the 110. Yep, this is the 110 series. So, I got one that's even bigger. It's a 190. Thing is huge. They say don't be afraid to throw it, but something that big is intimidating. Now, last subject I wanted to talk about.
We had another one that we called El Chapo.
Oh,
that looked
yeah.
like that, and he lost it.
Yep. It's the Berkeley Chapo 120. We went through stuff with that bait to keep it PG. First I lost it, cast it, got snagged, line broke, swam out in the river to get it. Well, it was really, really cold, and I was going to swim out and get it. Then my cousin Matt shows up. Matt, I know you're watching this. I'm giving you credit right here, buddy. Matt shows up and was like, what's wrong? And I was like, well, my lure's out there. I was like, I'm trying to fish it because I know as soon as I get in the water, it's going to be freezing cold, and then I'm going to have to go home. Fishing trip's going to be done. And he just jumps in and goes and gets it. So, thanks, Matt, for that one. And then there was another time, I've lost it. What's the other time I lost? Was it up at Pickerel?
Probably.
I think it was up at Pickerel Lake, which you guys are going to be going to, that I lost it and ended up taking the boat over and getting it back. And then Zach lost it at another spot on the river, and I fished it out with a jitterbug, Arbogast jitterbug. Fished it out of the water.
Yeah, I took him to a river that my friend Seth took me to, and we caught a few smallmouth bass there. So I was like, Harley didn't catch one. He hadn't caught one before then. So I took him there to try and fish it, and I was like, well, nothing else is working. I'm going to throw it. First cast, I threw it right into a tree. I was like, oh my. So I'm just trying to get it out, and it wasn't working. And I was like, okay, Harley, I got it stuck. And then so we walked back into the woods, and then I broke the line off, and he barely touches it, and it comes off. I was like, what?
Yeah, and then ended up snagging the hook, snagged the hooks on the Berkeley with the hook on the Arbogast, and ended up pulling it into shore. So, all this that we went through with that bait, to lose it how I'm about to tell you, was devastating. It was literally the worst time that I've ever had fishing. Like, go out to the dam, to a new spot, the DNR put in an observation deck, get back there, pardon me. DNR put in an observation deck. We get back there, and I'm casting. Snag, broke off lure. Retie. Cast, working it. Snag, broke off lure. It's just rocky bottom. It wasn't like there was trees laid down and everything. So I was like mad. Nothing that I was throwing was working. Kept getting snagged below the water, so I was like, why not throw on the top water?
And at this point, he barely had any line.
But it looked like I had a lot. So, tie it on. So, looked like I had a lot of line. Take it, cast it out, and gone. It literally snapped off the reel. All of my line snapped off the reel. And there goes the Berkeley Chapo floating down the St. Joe River. And I just have to sit there miserably and watch it pass. One of my favorite lures that I've found, and I had to watch it pass.
I was back in the woods trying to just walk down the river, and I saw this white thing, but I didn't know that it was that. I just saw it. I was like, what the? And then so I went up to Harley, and he's just sitting there like this.
I was mad.
No line on his pole. I was like, how are you supposed to fish with no line on your pole? He was like, well, I tried to throw on El Chapo, and I just cast it in, and it all flew off. I was like, oh, I saw it going down the river.
I was mad. Lesson learned, I always carry extra line with me now. I know that's probably, some of you are probably like, what a rookie. Yeah, it was a very rookie mistake. It was, but you learn. That's how you learn. Make mistakes, you learn. I always got more than one type, more than one strength of line with me. But
time to get back on topic of what we're about to talk about. Before we went on a little rant about the story.
If you guys are still here, I appreciate each and every one of you. I know Zach does too. We got a lot of new subscribers to the channel. If you guys subscribe to the channel, comment in the video, let us know. We'll give you a thank you. We'll comment back and forth.
Let us know what we can do to make the videos better, improve, because we just want to improve at every video.
And that's the goal. This content, we enjoy doing this. We love it. But ultimately, you guys are the ones that are watching it. So we need your feedback and input, what you guys want to see brought to the channel, what you think we could do differently. Let us know. Really.
This channel would be nothing without you guys watching us.
So, again, thank you to each and every one of you. Now we're going back, jumping back.
Freaky baits.
Springtime. I'm throwing these in the springtime. Crazy colors. The fish are coming up from the deep. It's dark down there, not much light penetration. They get up here, they see these crazy colors, and they go and check it out. So, one of these colors, I don't even know what this one's called. Tinfoil. This one is called tinfoil. Now originally Zach and I got this pack and that pack.
This is chart tinfoil. We went to the store, I think, when was it? Before school started? Or a little bit during school?
I think it was back in October. The beginning of October.
Well, we went into the store, and the day before I was like, hey, we should go to the store, get a few baits, and see who can catch more fish on all the baits. So we went to the store, and I saw this and that. I was like, we should get some weird baits, see if they work. And they didn't. No, it might have just been the fish weren't there because it was starting to get cold, I guess. But we're going to try them again this spring, and we'll see if they work then.
I can't stop yawning.
For some reason, he keeps yawning.
Probably because I got out of work at 6 o'clock in the morning. I haven't been to bed yet because I got to go with first shift. So I apologize. I am trying not to. Pink worm. Pink bubblegum yum dinger. Now,
I would never throw those. I don't know why he got them.
you wouldn't throw these?
No. The only time I'd ever throw those if we were fishing at nighttime, because then it's brighter, I guess. But no.
Well, pink and purple, some of the greatest colors for bass. So I've been told.
Another one from Strike King, Sweet Tater Pie. As you can tell, we haven't used them yet. Actually, I used them once, and I caught a nice smallmouth on them. So, they work a little bit, and it's nice because my nickname is Tater, because my middle name's Taylor, and that's what my dad calls me, is Tater. So, I guess it goes with me.
Yeah, it's definitely going to go with you because that's one of the ones that I will never throw.
He's lying. He's just saying that because I didn't like the pink ones.
No, I don't know. I don't know. You want to let's take one out and let the people be the judge. People, please be the judge. It's like a oh man, that stinks. Those stink.
Strike King baits always have a weird smell to them.
It's like a black, red, yellow, orange, something or other. I don't know. It's like a sweet tater pie color. See what I did there? Or, I want to know which one you guys are going to throw.
Struggling to put them back in the package.
Struggling to get this package open. Noobs. You guys are over here laughing at us. Look at these kids. Look at these guys. You guys comment in the comment section down below which one you're going to throw first. Not which one you're going to throw ultimately, but first. Which one are you grabbing for?
I'd rather throw the watermelon pearl
No, just out of these two.
instead of any color.
Just out of these two. What are you throwing first? Not the brand, the color.
Here, you guys can take a whiff. Tell me what that smells like. You don't want to smell it. Does that have a smell?
Yeah, it kind of smells like a 6-pounder to me.
It smells like a 15.
Oh, he thinks he's got a deener. He thinks he's got a deener, guys. Well, I don't have anything else to talk about. Zach, do you have anything?
I'm just ready for the springtime, for the summer. I'm ready for it to warm back up.
Yeah, warmer weather is definitely needed right now. Because
I don't know, can we not catch any fish when it's cold? But it's just, we can't ever stay out there too long when it's cold.
we don't have the means to get to the fish that are extremely deep.
Other people
Right
may love fishing in the winter, but we are not those people.
Well, I wouldn't say. I enjoy it when I'm catching fish.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't have the means to do it right now. We don't have a boat to take us out into 75 foot of water to go catch the fish. Someday. Alright guys, comment down in the video below if you want to see more videos like this. Give us a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. Let us know your thoughts, because again, this channel's about you. So, get back to us, give us some feedback. Appreciate it, guys.
You
Thanks.
gotta tell us if you like our setup too.
Oh yeah.
We just set this up today, so let us know. Let us know if you want us to paint the wall a different color.
No, we're keeping the American flag.
We can still paint the wall and keep the flag up, So if you want a different color, let us know. We'll try to do it for you. But we gotta keep the flag.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll even get like a fish up there. Maybe when I get my fish mounted, we'll put it in the back.
Ooh. I like that idea. Alright, guys. Get at us in the comments section, like the video, subscribe, the usual, same stuff, different day.
Thanks for watching the video, guys.